try and play around that. Because, you know, the sustained meta, we've seen Bikichan bring it out.
Ew.
But with the Faramis, right,
Ew.
it could be a bit of a combo.
Yeah, exactly. Estus Faramis? Ew.
Pretty disgusting combo.
How do you, like, burn through that?
Pretty obscene. If they do so, then Geek Fam will have to find something else. A split push, a pick-off, because there's no way they win in a full-out team fight unless they can limit the gold lane, and it is going to be a Brody though, so in a long drawn-out fight, actually, this puts Alter Ego at a bit of a disadvantage.
Yeah, it does. It really does. But it is a composition that we have seen many times before from teams who like to clump up, for teams who play the signature healing in the mid lane as well, with also a Faramis. Let's say if Geek Fam want to go for even more AoE CC, maybe the same Grok here, or up against a Faramis. Heck, why? Should we not
Alice?
expect a no, I was about to say Lolita, but it's Choloiski.
Choiloiski. I like it.
Choloiski.
But we have a comment here from Highs. The match against Alter Ego and M1 champion Rekt was exciting, but perhaps they need more adaptation to become stronger.
Coming from the man who was adapted so fast as well, from getting
Savage
held back
player.
by the team. Don't go in, but still going in, to then now telling the team, go in with me. Nerds,
okay.
be a Chad, be Highs, a more.
Mistakes happen.
Exactly.
It's how you learn from it. So let's see Alter Ego here. With Faramis being picked up, is this going to be a Faramis roam? Are they going to pick up something different
Atlas?
in the mid lane? Or are they going to go for, all right, Diggy? I mean,
Interesting.
technically, Cho's pickoff does get taken away. Plus
I
the
like
fact
it.
that with the deadly catch from Bane, that should be a huge detriment to Alter Ego. So with the ultimate coming in from the Diggy, it sustains Alter Ego and it allows and facilitates their dive comp.
You know, I was going to say that they lack a bit of damage, right? They can out-sustain, but can they out-damage? But the last time we've seen this Diggy make an appearance, it was the highest damage in the game. So maybe it's not just for the time journey, it's also for the catch potential to make sure that Geek is forced to commit. It might be for the extra bit of damage as well. And look at that. It's a Purify in the hands of the Faramis, in the hands of Udo. So this is shaping up to be a bit more of a close match, but the early game needs to be more, I don't know, a lot neater for Alter Ego, because if they fall behind, this composition is difficult to manage, man.
Yeah, and it really depends on how farmed Selly Boy can be in this early game, especially with that emblem he's opted for. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome you to the Land of Dawn for game number 2 between Geek Fam as well as Alter Ego. And you can see here in the early game, there's not much pressure actually onto Selly Boy, so he is going to have a little bit of a better time than he did in game number 1.
Whoa.
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 Whoa, whoa. Go back to MSC as we get a pause here. That was a good song, man. See the world. And speaking of seeing the world, I think that might be the name of the game for Alter Ego here. They need to see the Land of Dawn properly. The vision is going to be important. That's why picking up the Diggy is a good choice here as well. The alarm bombs, sure, I mean, aside from the time journey, the alarm bombs gives you so much more utility than you would expect. It's not just damage, not just slow,
It's
but also
intelligence.
yeah, intelligent.
Or information.
Information, it sounds like, okay, information gets you intelligent. There you go, right? So the information, that vision control is certainly going to be a tool that AE can use.
Well, intelligence refers to information. It's just a different use of language. But
Yeah,
yes.
Mirko's too young to understand, I think.
Intelligent.
No, well, intel, you know, like,
Intel.
to get information. Anyhow, all that aside, my concern right now is, yes, the alarm bombs will be able to scout safely for Alter Ego, but once they've done that, how can they contest ground if Geek Fam is set and entrenched around the mutual objectives like the Lord, like the Turtle? How are Alter Ego supposed to push them back and wrestle control away when their main engage tool, I think at this game, is just the Arlet?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he needs to jump in and get an insane like Final Slash in order for that to even happen.
I mean, there's also Faramis, but it's not as easy
Yeah.
to implement.
Face check?
Face
That's
check
dangerous,
service.
man. That's
Not,
dangerous.
not to face check, but more of like
To
an
shoot.
initiation tool.
Well, again, using
to pick off.
using the farmers though, that's dangerous, man. Against a team like Geek, he can immediately get bursted down.
True.
We'll have
That's
to
why I
see.
said it was difficult.
I mean, I'm sorry, I've been distracted by the crowd here. I mean, you gotta give props to the Alter champs in the building. 0-3 doesn't matter. Full support from the Alter champs. And they still think it's gonna be a 1-1, so let's see if that will come true. Beloyski, 2v1 on the Cho. Brought back. Reverse time 2 times. Bringing him back, but Beloy, he's tenacious.
Oh, okay. So we can actually see that Beloyski is trying to attempt to be aggressive onto the lane in that jungle, but Alter Ego, they picked that up really quick, going in for the pick onto him instead, actually forcing him to recall here in the first few minutes of the game.
Ooh, Silly Boy. Ooh, almost gets caught out. That's a flicker.
Whoa, 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 M1!
Whoa, 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 whoa.
M1. By the way, Rekt has a Bargain Hunter, and Thrill.
Yeah.
That's a interesting combination. We'll see if it works out. Luke, though, has the Quantum Charge, so this is a very speedy glue that can stick on you.
Wait, interesting. Rekt goes for Bargain Hunter.
Wants to get the fleeting time ASAP, I believe. Just the items as
okay.
fast as possible.
Fleeting time.
Yeah. But I do really want to talk about Nino here. Quantum Charge. We've seen Lethal Ignition, Brody. We've seen Killing Spree, Brody. Now we're seeing Quantum Charge on Nino.
I think it can work. It helps with distance management. And right here, I wonder if the plan for Alter Ego is just to siege with the Brody and then like stifle the engagement. Look at that.
Pi now jumping in. No follow-up though. Silly Boy unable to finish it off. And it's going to be first blood. Oh, Beloyski on the Joe. Cancel out with a Shadow Stampede, but the Tempest of Blade stolen away. Oh boy, my goodness. What? He stole it away. The Tempest of Blades is now Geek fans.
Yeah, 3-4-0 trade here in favor of Geek. 2 kills plus a turtle in their pockets here in the first 2 minutes of the game. And that's the difficulty of it. You saw that Pi was trying to make a move onto Geek, but they didn't have the time journey, so the Deadly Catch was able to push him and displace him in that team fight, get him picked off, and there was nothing much everyone else could have done afterwards.
You saw that Pi just went in aggressively with the flicker before the team was even there to help follow up on that engagement. So the communication needs to be cleared up for Alter Ego as well, because again, with limited engage, with limited thought control, it becomes all more important to make sure that you actually land yours properly. And look at that. The Cho pick shows again its value by being able to flinch that reverse time from Rekt on that Diggy. With that, the lethal will be secured. And the taunts are coming through.
Oh, Nile gets it as well. And if you take a look at the items of both of these gold laners, they're quite similar. Fury Hammer and then Pants. Why both of them Pants and
Pants.
Fury Hammer?
Well, Pants are important in Eterna. Don't leave home without them.
Apparently.
But for Kadera, he has more tools to play around with right here. Nino can set up for more ganks, but who is supposed to actually come in here and support him with that gank? Because Beloyski is zoning everyone away.
You would expect a Brody and a Diggy to lose lane here, but that's exactly what's happening. Alter Ego are unable to make use of this winning matchup. Diggy Brody, my goodness. How is Nino behind? You're seeing Chidera completely just outlaning him now, and this is a big problem. The reason you go for the Brody here and then the Diggy later is to bully, is to get him ahead. So if he falls behind, Alter Ego's winning condition might just be gone in the 4th minute of the game.
Well, Kadera has always been a very solid laner. We've said so since his first appearance in the MPL ID, and it's standing true up till today. That's going to be another turtle in the hands of Nail,
Nile
and
didn't
he
raid trade.
immediately goes in. Ooh, almost just walks into a free orange buff, but fortunately, Sully Boy still has it. But he needs to try and find something on the map right here. Look at Luke just taking the turret.
Look at Luke. Oh, flicker, slam, pass. A deadly catch. Pi still able to escape with the vengeance, now jumping back and forth. Flickering out. Luke tanking the turret up. Nile with a few scratches back. And Luke picks up the kill. Burnt flicker for that. He still dies. Meanwhile, Beloy being a nuisance here on the Joe, jumping in with the Jikundo. Flickers out. Now comes down the Cole Alter, but it's Rage coming down with the Tempest Blades as well. Popped in by Sully Boy. A Cole Alter as well from Udil. I think a bit of a too much respect there from Udil. I didn't think that was necessary.
Just being a bit careful. This is what we're talking about, the mental state. Our Alter Ego just on, you know, hyper careful kind of mindset, because that will lead you to overcompensate, overcommit, even overreact. But here Beloyski might taken out, but look at that.
Nope.
torn apart.
Beloy still survives that. Man, Beloy is a tanky man. He went for the Dreadnought armor, first item, and it's helping him out real good, getting out of the ability-based physical damage.
Yeah, because that would have been such a good kill for Nino, just to propel him a little bit in this early game, especially in that laning phase against the Beatrix. He's actually losing.
Exactly.
Beatrix is 500 gold ahead, Arashi, almost to that BOD.
Well, look at the gap from the other side as well. 1,000 gold ahead is Luke on that glue, his signature pick. And look at this playstyle right here. Everyone is roaming to the gold lane, and all that Luke is doing is clearing the top side, the EXP lane, and going to the mid lane, and they can't do anything to him.
And look at Luke. Look at him. Split now. An alter ego.
Whoa!
Oh, there you go. That's the fair miss. That's what it was picked for. And that's why we were all so shocked for the glue pick when it got picked against the fair miss. But still, Geek fam are able to steal away the orange buff. Sunnyboy will still be able to secure that purple buff. And now, Geek fam need to respect this. Glue and Luke, definitely, I think he forgot about the fair miss.
He forgot? I mean, that's kind of critical, but so far though, he's been able to actually pressure his lane more, and he has a lot more impact because he's always clearing the mid lane, allowing 4 people to always be present around Kadira. That's part of the reason why Nino on the Brody really can't be as aggressive. And look at the switch up. Once Luke is no longer in the area, Nile takes that spot, but Sellyboy gets chugged.
Yeah, this is the problem, right? When they're rotating as 4, that one lane is so free to take. Nile has been rotating out of his mind, getting creeps, getting buffs away. And even if they want to go here, look at Geek already did the bottom side.
Time Journey, Call, Alter, everything used up to disengage, but they don't have any damage. Everyone's still at full HP for Geek fam. Turn apart memory coming down, and Luke is still able to survive now. Picks up the kill, and look at Nile in the back, just taking them down. 4-4-0 under the turret.
Wow. What an engagement, full aggression coming in from Geek. Flanking all the way from behind, and shows again that with the Cult Alter, do you have enough damage to trade back? In that fight, you can see that Geek fam has a huge advantage when it comes to output. And Alter Ego, for now, has no answer. They're losing in the macro game. They're losing in the skirmishes. They can't go for pickouts. What can they do?
I don't know. What was the plan with putting Sellyboy on the Ling? He went for the killing spree, so I was assuming that maybe he'd go for a little bit more pressure on the side lanes, pickoffs maybe? But even that he hasn't been able to achieve. 0-1-0. Level 11, still a level behind of Nile, and we don't really see his impact in these team fights either. So, what was the plan?
Well, whatever the plan was, purple buff has been denied from Sellyboy as well. It's in the hands of Rekt, actually. So Sellyboy has some damage right now, but who exactly is he going to be targeting? And can he avoid the way of the dragon from Choloyski?
I think the better question is, can Alter Ego prolong the game to the later stage, right? Because right now, Geek fam are steamrolling, or just running them through. And with Nile having this much more pressure and the damage coming down right there, final slash, Time Journey, instant response. That's why the Time Journey and the Diggy was left open. A boy can just simply steal it away. Whoa. My goodness. The Call Ultra was still there, but luckily Rekt was able to just stop before that Renner's Apathy connected.
7,000 gold lead here for Geek. Even if, like you mentioned, they bring it to the late game, does Alter Ego have a better late game comp than Geek?
I personally don't think so, which is why I was questioning it. If they bring it to the late game, there is a Bane, a Valentina, and a Beatrix. And if you're gonna throw it into the mix, Glue technically scales really well because he only builds HP, he still does HP-based damage. So overall, when it comes to AoE, when it comes to damage output, tankiness, like Geek has so much more going for them, which makes you question again, what was the main core idea for this draft? Because nothing is working in favor of Alter Ego right now. And with the Lord coming in, Geek fam is looking for even more advantage. They're trying to end this game in dominant fashion.
Yeah, they are. And that's why I thought they were banking for that early game, even looking at the talents that they've opted for. But it didn't work out, and now they're scrambling for answers. Geek fam gonna be able to get that turret in the bottom, in the mid lane. They're falling like flies. Alter Ego, they don't even have the engage tool as well to go for something.
Nope. And now Deadly Catch comes down. Kadira's still able to just chunk that turret with the Renner's Apathy. Now shooting it. Oh my god! Would have been able to take Rekt down, but he is able to just walk out of that one. 8,000 gold lead now held by Geek. 7-1. The 2-0, the clean sweep is looking to be Alter Ego's fate.
Looking quite inevitable as of right now, but you have to give Alter Ego a chance here. They might be able to pull something off, but at this point, who are they even supposed to target? Because every single one of the heroes of Geek Fam, they are a problem. Even Beloyski here, if he's left unattended, will find the target eventually. So Alter Ego are just thrown an array of questions they have no answer for completely. And right now, as we were mentioning earlier, without anyone to actually face check into these bushes, they are stuck just rotating around their base. Look at this. They are just stuck.
Yeah, they can't go for it. The only thing they can do is utilize Selly Boy, the fact that he's able to mobilize around the map quickly, try to push that top lane as well, but even that is scary. If he continues to do so, Geek can just rotate there, get a pick off onto him, and then try go for the neutral objective take, which is a Lord, and that's super dangerous. Look at all the positioning already. 3 members just to help Selly Boy get that orange buff. And now, Geek, they know where Selly Boy is.
Well, you can see where they move once they have the information. The purple buff immediately gets investigated by Beloyski. It won't be denied just yet. I think they're just waiting for it to be taken later, maybe. With Luke pushing on top side, they're going to go for the Lord right here, uncontested. But yeah, they're leaving this purple buff up for some reason, and maybe they're just saving it for later use.
No, they cleared it out. They just left the little purple buff. They're trying to freeze it, and Alter Ego finally cleared it out to give Selly Boy a bit more, I guess, a chance to take the purple buff now. But with their own purple buff spawning in, Geek Fam are very, very happy to trade the purple buff for a free enhanced Lord in the 12th minute of the game. And they might not even need to trade it. 2 seconds in, Selly Boy's not there. Selly Boy's recalling.
Wow. Man.
Selly Boy just wanted to cut that lane, give a little bit of pressure, but even then, what were they able to achieve with it? Alter Ego. What do they do now? Do they have a chance to come back? Is there a chance, Arashi?
If Geek Fam gets overzealous, overextends in the base, right? With a Cult Altar, with maybe a Time Journey, baiting out some spells, making Geek Fam think that the fight is a done deal and they move forward maybe, that's possible, but Geek Fam is showing to be very, very disciplined right here. The best thing Alter Ego can do, again, is play around this Diggy and Faramis. There's a lot of sustainability options. Look at Beloy, he's just tanking these alarm bombs like it's nothing.
No damage. Takes it all, even Nile here. Now Udil stunned up. Still able to walk back in. Look at Selly Boy, he's cutting the waves. He's acting like a Uranus in this game, and honestly, that might be the best usage of this Ling in this game. Bennett's Rage coming down. Beloy able to go for the kick, and that baits out the Time Journey. Massive pick off. Final slash, we can Nile back, but the call Alter saves him. Steps the blades by Selly Boy. Alter Ego able to defend, able to clear out the enhanced Lord, but a mini wave in the mid lane is still there, and Chidera will take that turret down easily. Geek Fam, pull back. Alter Ego, great defense. Selly Boy, again, that cut was fantastic.
Yeah, great defense, good cut, but they still lose 2 inhibitor turrets in the process. And you can see Alter Ego, the issue, right? When they go for a play, final slash from Pi, and you can see the deadly catch coming in from Nile to deny that. And then Geek has the Cult Altar on top of it from a boy. Alter Ego, they don't have the damage to push through all that space coming in from Geek.
And to make things worse for them, honestly, right, there's a choice for Beloyski to just go for a Rect and force that Time Journey. So there's a lot of ways Geek Fam can maneuver around this. But you saw earlier, they have a chance to actually end the game if they wanted to go for a 50-50, but they are playing so disciplined right now. They know that they don't have to risk anything at all. They can wait for the next Lord. And Alter Ego, look at how far they're able to move out of the base. Usually with a roamer that is a bit tankier, they can frontline a bit more. They can go at least to the river. But with Alter Ego's composition, that's not even an option. They're relying on this Magic Sentry, and look at Beloyski, man, already on a stealth mission.
Just the conceal, now deadly. Oh, what final slash for the mini waves there, bringing it back, but it should be a turret still free. Selly Boy's looking to engage Shadera with an Abiru's Passion. Able to stop Alter Ego in their tracks, cannot go for that initiation. And just like that, Geek Fam, again, like you said, are playing it disciplinedly. They took the turret, they got what they sought out for, and now they're backing away. They know the Lord's coming up, and they'll just take it.
Yeah, they're setting it up. You can see that they're opening up the map. Oh, look at that damage from a boy onto Rect. Forcing out his ultimate. That's value right before the Lord.
Oh, Selly Boy steals it, but again, I think Geek Fam win nonetheless. No retry no 50-50. Alter Ego will take or will concede the next Lord.
Look at Beloyski though, looking for some information perhaps, knowing that the Lord is pretty much uncontested, spots them out, won't really matter, and now it's about the lane management, it's about the team fight execution, and like you mentioned, there is the chance for the Cult Altar to be stolen yet again, and if they have it at their disposal, they can just go for the end, deny the counter engage with the deadly catch, and this is going to be a repeat of game number 1.
They don't have it just yet though, right? A boy still hasn't picked up an ultimate. Let's see what he deems most worthy here in this siege, because it's gonna be the make or break point, I believe, for Geek. All 3 lanes are pushing Alter Ego with their final stand.
Beloy with the Jikundo with the Dragon as well, locking Pi down. That might just be it. Final slash, bringing it back under the turret right now, but Alter Ego, they're clumped up. Tip of the blades to disengage. Now Nino's doing all that he can. Torn apart memory coming down, but it's going to be mounted on. Luke in the back, Immortality going to be popped. Alter Ego, my goodness. They found another good defense, and now Geek fam are frustrated. What do they do to end this game?
Wow. Now there's room for mistakes for Geek. Being pushed to your limit here, that's gonna put Geek in a difficult position. Why do you think have they not been able to end?
Well, when you're fighting in the base, it's a whole different story right now. There's a limited distance that Geek can force Alter Ego to move back towards, right? There's Alter Ego can just go back to the base and heal up. So as long as Geek fam can't get a solid engagement, an all-in from Alter Ego, they can't really get a catch because of the time journey. And because their engage tool isn't a wild charge this time. It's a Jeet Kune Do Way of the Dragon combo. So they have to just play patient. And while that's going on, it does mean that Alter Ego will be able to catch up a bit when it comes to items. As you can see, for the most part, they're almost completed with a full inventory slot for the majority of them. So it's going to be closer and closer, but on paper still, composition-wise, Geek's fam still wins.
Oh man, another good bait in. Beloy not even brought back, and it's the little things like this, the little wins, you know, if they are able to bait that out constantly and then force a team fight right after, then Alter Ego are really in deep trouble. I think the reason they've been able to defend mostly has been due to the time journey and Cult Altar, right? If it wasn't the Fairness, if it wasn't a Diggy, it would have been much easier for Geek fam to just CC them and then lock the base down.
So then it gives value to the fact that Beloyski has been able to bait these resources as Pi goes in. Still able to get away for now. Do they really want to invade this, Niall?
No, I don't think they can risk it at this point. Now, it's a lot more 50-50 than you would think. 7-2, 9,000 gold lead, you would think, hey, it's still Geek fam. Yeah, map pressure, I would say still Geek fam, but if we look at the items, they're almost all fully built up. It's more 50-50 than it looks like.
Sure is closer now. Alter Ego finally is able to bring the game this late out. But for Sunny Boy, he will be able to have a purple buff this time. And Geek, Kadera is not in the area. This could be a dangerous situation to be in. But Alter Ego has not been able to find an engage due to their composition yet again. For Geek, they can just keep waiting, and the waves are going to be constantly pushing towards their base. So this is an advantage that they have secured by investing in tower damage in the early game.
Feel the tension, ladies and gentlemen. The Lord Dance has begun. Like they mentioned, a 50-50 here between both of these teams as we are entering the 19th minute of the game. It's going to come back down to resources and who they are going to utilize them and the targeting. Rekt trying to do his best here, opening up vision for his team. Beloyski just needs one flicker to go in.
Oh, Pi jumps in, but he's going to be gunned down there by the likes of Niall. Oh! Sunny Boy! He's stolen it away! He still gets gunned down, he still loses his life. But now, Time Journey now popped in by Rekt, torn apart memory, taking Immortality down. Ibir's Passion right there, but Rekt is still able to survive. Now it's a reverse time and a Time Journey as well for the side of Geek fam. Nino and Udil. That's a Winter Truncheon bot. Nino versus the world. Flickering out from the Renner shot. The Lord is still here. Geek fam want to go for the end right now, but Nino is still stopping it. He's trying his best, but it is not enough. Geek fam takes the team fight and they take a clean sweep against Alter Ego.
2-0. Alter Ego continuing their 4-match lose streak here at MPL ID Season 12. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a rough start for Alter Ego.